Good morning, guys. In the last session, we discussed how to send the data from controller to UI using model object, right? So, can we send multiple entries in the model? Can we send
Yes,
multiple entries to the model?
yes, sir.
Sending data from controller to UI. So, to send the data from controller to UI, we are using model object. To send data from controller to UI, we are using model object. Okay, modal dot add attribute of key comma value, we can send it. Modal data we can access in the view file using expression language. Modal data we can use in view file using expression language. Okay, how we are going to do that? Dollar of key, which is going to give us the value to display. So we can send one entry, we can send one object, whatever you want, you can do that. Can I send group of objects also?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We can send group of objects also. We can send a collection also by using this model. Any value can be anything. Key is a string. Value can be anything that you can send to your view file. Very good. Next. Today's session, we are going to talk about sending data from UI to controller. Sending data from UI to controller. So to send the data from UI to controller, we have three options. To send data from UI to controller, we have three options. First one is query parameters. Second one is path parameters. Third one is request body. How many ways we can send the data, guys, from UI to controller?
Three ways.
In total, there are three ways available.
Three ways.
What are those three ways now?
Query parameters, path parameters, and request
Query
body.
parameters and path parameters and request body. Good. Query parameters. First, let us talk about query parameters. Query parameters. Query parameters are used to send the data to the controller in the URL. Query parameters are used to send the data to controller in URL. Query parameters are used to send the data to controller in URL. Query parameters will represent the data. Query parameters will represent data in key value format. In key value format. Query parameters always should be at the end of the URL. Query parameters always should be at end of the URL. Query parameters should be at the end of the URL. Example, suppose if it is my URL ashokid.in slash courses or else ashokid.in question mark course is equal to JRTP. ashokid.in question mark course is equal to JRTP. Now this question mark represents query parameter is starting. This question mark representing query parameter is starting. Course is the key, JRTP is the value. Course is equal to JRTP. This is one query parameter. Query parameters will start with question mark. How the query parameters are going to start in the URL? Query parameters will start with question mark. Query parameters will start with question mark. Okay. Now, guys, please read these 4 points. Query parameters are used to send the data to controller in the URL. If you want to send any information to the controller in the URL, then you can go for query parameters. Query parameters will represent the data in the key value format. Query parameters always should be at end of the URL. Query parameters will start with question mark. Question mark. We can send multiple query parameters can be, we can have multiple query parameters in the URL. We can have multiple query parameters in URL, and they will be separated by and symbol. And they will be separated by and symbol. Okay. Now course is equal to JRTP and trainer is equal to Ashok. Okay. Now, do I have two query parameters or not?
Yes, sir.
Do I have two query parameters or not? Two key
Yes,
value pairs are there. So query parameter should be at the end of the URL. After this, there should not be any URL. Okay, that should be the end of the URL. Query parameters will start with the question mark. Query parameter will be available in the key value format. Query parameter will be separated by and symbol. Okay. All of you comfortable with these points related to query parameters? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Query parameters are used to send the data to controller in the URL. Query parameters will represent data in key value format. Query parameters always should be at end of the URL. Query parameters will start with question mark. We can have multiple query parameters in URL and they will be separated by and symbol. They will be separated by and symbol. So this is one of the example for query parameters. Okay. Next one. Note.
Sir, voice is not audible.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clearly, sir.
Good. Note. Next point. Next point. We should not use query parameters. We should not use query parameters to send sensitive information. Sensitive information like password, PIN number, SSN, secret code, etc. If you want to send any sensitive information, which is a secured information, we should not use query parameters to send that. We should not use query parameters to send sensitive informations like password, PIN number, SSN, secret code, etc. Are you able to follow this?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Sir,
Now,
what is that SSN?
social security number, sir. It is how we have Aadhaar number. In the USA, those people will have SSN.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Good. Good. Now, so end user, application UI will send the query parameters to the controller. How to receive the query parameters in the controller. To read query parameters in controller, we will use @request param annotation. We will use @request param annotation. Is equal to request.get parameter of key. In the servlets, you might have studied about request.get param, right? To read
Yes,
the
sir.
data.
Yes.
So in the Spring MVC, we have one annotation called request param, which is used to read the query parameter values. Based on the key name, you are going to get the value. So to send the query parameters, we will follow this syntax in the URL. To read the query parameters in the controller, we will use request param annotation. Request param of key, then we are going to get that value. Are you guys clear with this one?
Yes,
Query
sir.
parameters are used to send the data to the controller in URL. Query parameters will represent the data in key value format. Query parameters always should be at the end of the URL. Query parameters will start with the question mark. We can have multiple query parameters in URL and they will be separated by and symbol. We should not use query parameters to send sensitive information like password, PIN number, SSN, secret code, etc. To read query parameters in controller, we will use request param annotation. Are you guys comfortable with these points, guys?
Yes, sir.
Please go through these points once. Now we will develop one application for that.
To send the data from UI to control will
Please.
we are going to start with coaching multiple.
Guys, completed all of you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, let me develop one project to demonstrate those theoretical points. New Spring Starter project. Next, web dependency, dev tools. That's it. Web dev tools, Lombok also we can take. Web dev tools, Lombok also we can take. Click on next, click on finish.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
I have started Spring Tool support STS, but sir, 11 version, 8 version not sufficient in this application error coming, sir.
We'll see that, sir.
Okay.
All right. Guys, project got created. Let me create one let me create one controller, a new class. So here I'm creating customer controller. This I'm keeping inside a package called controller package. Okay. Now here I'm writing one method, public string get customer name. Public string get customer name, return customer details. Return customer details. Okay. Here I will write a URL pattern @ get mapping. Get mapping annotation I'm writing, which is used to bind our method to a request. Okay. Slash customer. This one I'm making as a REST controller. And for that I'm using
It's some noise.
somebody mobile near.
I think Redmi, sir.
Yeah, good. I have created a class with a name called controller, customer controller. I'm writing one method, get customer name, slash customer is the URL, return customer details for that. Okay. Now here I'm going to take customer ID and I'm going to take model object as a parameter. I'm taking customer ID as a first parameter and the model I'm taking as a second parameter. This customer ID I'm expecting as a query parameter, that is @request param. For that I'm giving key as ID. For that I'm giving key as ID. Okay. Now if customer ID is equals to 101, then model dot add attribute key name I am giving as some John. Okay. Else if customer ID is equal to 102, then I'm going to give model dot add attribute of name is going to be Steve. Okay. If you pass ID as a 101, name should come as a John. If you pass ID as 102, name should come as a Steve. Now else if you pass any other ID, model dot add attribute name no record form. No record form. Okay. Now what is this return value, guys? What is this return value?
View name.
Logical view name.
This is the logical
View
view
name.
name. This is the logical view name. Good. Now let me create a view file in the main web app. I will create a folder. With a name called views. I'll create a folder with a name called views. In this, I will create one JSP with a name called customer details. New other JSP file. Customer details.jsp. Finish. Okay. Now here we are going to access that name. We're going to access that name by using expression language. Now go to resources folder, application or properties. Do we need to configure any properties here, or we no need to configure any properties here?
Configure properties.
Need, sir, need.
We need to configure the
Properties.
Server
What are
dot
the
port.
properties we need to configure?
Server dot port.
server dot port.
Server port number.
Prefix and suffix.
Server dot port we need to configure 9090. View resolver we need to configure. Server dot port we need to configure, and view resolver also we need to configure.
Prefix.
Prefix is equal to
Slash views slash
suffix is equal to
.jsp.
Prefix and suffix we are going to configure here. MVC view dot prefix is equal to views, suffix is equal to .jsp. Now customer controller having a method binded to get request slash customer is the URL pattern, and it is expecting query parameter. What is the key for the query parameter?
ID.
What is the key for the query parameter here?
ID, sir, ID.
ID.
ID is the key for query parameter. ID is the key for the query parameter. ID is the key for query parameter. Excellent. Let us start our application.
Sir, at Jasper dependency did you add?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to add the Jasper dependency.
Yes, sir.
If we don't add, that JSP will not be compiled. Today I'm getting some throat pains, or my voice is not that much big today. You feel any difference in the voice?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So because of you are taking so much classes every day now, that's why.
Ah,
Sir has responsibility.
अभी तो
Yes.
बढ़ गया भाई.
He has taken our responsibility. No, that's why.
Yeah.
पेट के लिए सब कुछ करना पड़ता है.
Yes, bread and butter. Office work, then institutions. So much responsibility.
Morning 6 o'clock to 1 o'clock classes. I need to go to institute, to Ashokite Institute. I need to manage there, and 2 o'clock my office work will start.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir.
रॉकस्टार वर्क एथिक.
क्या बोला?
रॉकस्टार वर्क एथिक.
Rockstar, sir. Really, you are a
Sir,
rockstar.
you are inspiration for us.
Yes,
Especially
yes.
Yes, sir. The dedication towards your responsibility, that is amazing, sir. Everyone should be.
It is great motivation for everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Actually, you would have given us the directly means like any other institute. You could have provided just videos, but you are asking us to do the assignment, and you are dedicatedly checking it whether we have done it or not. It's right or not. You are taking out the errors in our code. That's a big thing.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you so much.
सबका साथ सबका विकास.
Right, chalo. I have started my application, which is running on the port number 9090. Good. We have mapped our REST controller method to one GET request with a URL pattern called /customer. That method is expecting a query parameter with a key called ID. We need to supply some ID to that method. Good. Now, let us try to access the REST controller without passing the query parameter and see what will happen. Okay. Localhost : 9090/customer. I'm not passing any query parameter. See, are we able to access it or not? Are we able to access it or not? No. So it is giving status code 400, that is saying it is a bad request. Required integer parameter ID is not present. That means this method is expecting one integer value that is not available in this request. That's why this is a bad request. This request cannot be processed. This request cannot be processed. Now, I need to pass that query parameter. I need to pass the query parameter. So could you please tell me what is query parameter now?
Yes, sir. That
question mark ID equal to 101.
Why we will use query parameters here?
To send data from UI to controller.
Send the data to the controller in the form of key value pair in the URL. We will go for query parameter. So query parameters, can I keep anywhere in the URL, or I should keep in a specific location?
It could be
Specific location.
It should be a specific location, sir.
Yeah,
At the last of that path.
Can I pass? Can I pass query parameters like this? ID is equal to 101/.
No, wrong.
What I need to do?
At the last.
After
The last of the
Customer,
URL.
sir.
At the
End of
URL.
customer.
The last of the URL.
End of the URL. Okay. ID is equal to
Question mark.
101. Is it valid?
No,
No,
this
sir.
question mark, sir, question mark. Customer ID.
Query parameters always should start with a question mark.
Question
That
mark.
should be at the end of the URL. ID is equal to 101. Are we able to get that ID, name of the customer who is associated with 101? Yes.
Yes.
John. Let me give it as 102. Am I able to get this, Steve? Yep. Let me give it as some 107.
No data.
Anything, no record found. So do you understand how can we send query parameters to the controller in the URL?
Yes, sir.
So in the form of key value pair, we can send the data to the controller in the URL. That query parameters always should be at end of the URL, and they will begin with the question mark, and they will be in the form of key and value. They will be in the form of key and value. Okay, good. Now, by using query parameters, can I send one image?
Yes,
I want to send my photo to the controller. Can I do that by using query parameters?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can you send
No, sir.
image in the
No,
URL?
sir.
No, sir. It is having limited
No, sir.
limited
Query
size.
parameters can take only text data. You
Yes.
can't send binary data in the query parameter. I want to send one file. Can I send that file by using query parameter?
No, no,
No.
only
No.
text.
No.
Only text. Only text data we can send in the query parameter. We cannot send a file. We cannot send a image. We cannot send a video. Binary data cannot be sent to the controller by using query parameter. If you want to send only text data, then only you need to go for query parameters. Then only you need to go for query
Query
parameters.
parameters.
And there is a limitation on the number of characters also.
Yes, sir.
1024 characters you can send in the query parameter, not more than that, because browser will not accept it. Browser will not accept it. So limited amount of data, text data,
No
not
security.
secure, not secure, not sensitive, non-sensitive information only we need to send by using query parameters. Is it recommended to send you a password in the query parameter?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, not at all.
No, 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 no.
Not recommended.
We should not use these query parameters for sending sensitive data to the controllers. Okay, now I want to take multiple query parameters. Can I take multiple query parameters also?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
By separating it by with the help of ampersand.
Public string, customers name, no, customer
Address.
area and age. No, customer area and age. I want to understand. So in Hyderabad, there are some customers for me. I want to know all the customers who are above 30 years age. I want to know all the customers who are above 30 years age. So area I need, age factor also I need. Based on that, I want to identify how many customers are available for my company. Okay. Public string get customers count. Get customers count. Get customers count. String area, yeah, string integer age, then model. Integer age and model. First two are the input parameters, and third one is the first two are the input parameters, and third one is the model, which is used to send the output. Okay, these two are inputs for the controller, and this is used to send the output to the UI. Okay, now here I'm going to write return customer details. Same UI I am going to use. Let me bind this also to get request count customers @ get mapping get mapping slash customers. Now, so here I'm going to write if HYD dot equals to area and age greater than or equal to 30. Okay, else if Bangalore dot equals to area and age greater than or equal to 30. Okay, else some location. Okay, string response text, string response, that is null value. Now, so if it is the response, if this condition is satisfied, we have 125 customers. Okay, and response is equal to we have 220 customers.
But some noise coming, sir.
Yes, sir. We have 220 customers.
Not audible.
We have 220 customers. Okay, now next one, response is equal to no customers available. No customers available. Okay, Good. Finally, I need to add this data to model object. So do you know how to add the data to the model object? Model dot add attribute key comma value. Message is the key, then a response. What are the response that I need to send to the UI? I'm adding to model object. Now, for my method, 3 parameters are available. One is area, another one is age, another one is model. This one I will take as a query parameter. So how to take it as a query parameter? At the request param of area, okay, at the request param of age, at the request param of age, and model object. So here observe, I am writing one method called get customers count. This method is binded to get request, which is having slash customers is the URL pattern. Slash customers is the URL pattern. String response is equal to null. I have taken one local variable. I'm writing some logic. If the area belongs to HYD and the age belongs greater than or equal to 30, then I'm giving some response. If it is Bangalore, I'm giving some response. If any other location, I don't have customers. Model add attribute key comma value, then returning customer details. This key I want to access in this presentation. This key I want to access in this presentation. Now, H1 of dollar of message. H1 of dollar of message. Okay. Good. Now, so area is one query parameter, age is another query parameter. For first method, there is only one query parameter, which is ID. First one is binded to customer URL. Second one is binded to customers URL. Customers URL. Okay. Now, clear this, run it. Run as boot application. Good. Application started. Old one at the question mark ID is equal to 101. That is fine. Go to second one. Customers question mark area is equal to HYD. How to write another query parameter?
Using a ampersand.
And
Ampersand.
30. So in Hyderabad, we have 125 customers. Suppose if I give area as Bangalore, age is equal to 30. We have 220 customers. If I give area is equal to Pune, no customers available. So is our code working as expected or not?
Yes, sir.
yes.
Are we able to read more than one query parameter in the controller?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How I am reading more than one query parameter in the controller?
Request param. Using
Request.
multiple request param.
Yes, multiple request param. So first one is area. For that I am using @request param of area. Then I am going for integer age. For that also I am writing one more query parameter. So like this, can I take multiple query parameters also? Can I take multiple query parameters?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can.
Yes, sir, we can.
We can take multiple query parameters. We can take multiple query parameters in the URL. The only thing that you need to keep in the mind, we cannot send the binary data and we should not send sensitive information, and there is a limitation on length also. There is a limitation on the length also to send the data in the query parameters. Query parameters always should present only at the end of the URL. Query parameters always should present only at the end of the URL. Okay. Now, I have a small question. Here we are sending query parameter like this. Okay. Can I send more than one query parameter in the URL?
Yes, sir.
I will do like this. ID is equal to 101 and ID is equal to 102 and ID is equal to 103.
No, sir.
No, sir, we can.
No, sir.
Just
Only
last
one,
one it
not
will
two.
take.
First occurrence,
First and
it will
second.
Only
take, sir.
sir, you have
First
mentioned
occurrence.
at
First
the
occurrence
it will
sir.
take.
What I am trying to do here,
You're using same key and
Duplication
multiple
of
values.
my keys are same, my values are different. My keys are same, my values are different. My key is same, my value is different. Okay. If I pass like this, which value will go to controller?
First occurrence, sir.
First occurrence or middle occurrence or last occurrence?
First occurrence, sir.
First occurrence. Can we try?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Question mark ID is equal to 1. Now you observe, sir. If it is 101, which name value will come?
John.
If it is 102, which value? Steve. If it is 103,
No record.
no record found. Okay, ID is equal to 101 and ID is equal to 102 and ID is equal to 103. And ID is equal to 103. ID is equal to 101, ID is equal to 102, ID is equal to 103. So our Sabyasachi is saying that first occurrence will come.
103.
First, he is saying that first occurrence. Any other guesses?
103.
Sir, last occurrence, 103.
103.
Some people are saying that last occurrence, some people are saying that first. Anybody says middle occurrence?
No.
No, sir.
It will take last occurrence.
No middle occurrence.
None of the above.
No.
Either first one or last one.
Yes, sir. Sir, lock the answer, sir.
Last.
Last one.
Now, I mean, my intention is to tell you what will happen if we pass duplicate keys.
Error comes.
Error comes. Okay, one person saying that error comes. So it is something like some people are voting for BJP, some people for Congress, some people for left.
Error will come.
So thing is that it will come error because parameters are different.
Finally, whose answer is correct?
Sir, my answer, sir. Sir,
It is taking.
Sir,
Noise coming, sir.
Please mute your mic. If you disturb the class, I should keep everybody in the mute. Okay, now see here. I'm taking this URL. I'm trying to send a request. ID is equal to 101, ID is equal to 102, ID is equal to 103. Which value is coming? John. If the John value is coming, what is happening? 101, it is taking. So if you pass the duplicate keys also, it is taking first value. Sabyasachi, your answer is right, man. Hello?
sir. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. So when you pass duplicate keys for the query parameters, which value it is taking?
First occurrence.
First occurrence value
First occurrence,
it is taking. First, so simple you need to think. Map dot get key. I mean, it will go the data in the form of a map, right? So all the keys are going to that and it is going to consider the first key. Now, I have a requirement. I want all those values, not only first value. Key should be same, multiple values. I want all those values in my controller. I want to receive all the values. Any guesses?
Sir, what, sir? Sir, questions.
Now,
Array of the value.
how many IDs are sending?
3 IDs, sir.
Key is same or key is different?
Key
Is
same.
Key
Value
is
is different.
Key is same.
Instead of we are keeping string value, we take the string array.
The array of integer.
Sorry?
Shall we take array of integer as a data type? Never.
Excellent. Let's try this. Request param ID integer. I'm taking integer array. I'm taking integer array. Okay. Request param ID integer array of customer IDs. Integer ID of customer IDs. I just want to print system.out.println. System.out.println. IDs received.
బానే ఉండేది తిను.
Sorry, please mute your mic.
తిను బాగుంటాయి.
Arrays dot toString of customer IDs. Arrays dot toString of customer IDs. IDs received. Model dot add attribute. Model dot keys is the message value.
సాంబార్ ఇడ్లీ బాగుంటాయి తిను. చట్నీ ఇంకా కష్టం, సాంబార్ బెటర్.
Shweta sir.
అందులో కలుపుకొని తిను బాగుంటది.
Teja, you are in the mess, huh? Sambar idli.
Yes, sir, let him go, sir. He's hungry, I think.
Shweta, your mic is on. Shweta.
Good. Now, model dot add attribute, IDs received, whatever the IDs that I'm getting, I'm printing those IDs on the console as well as I'm sending as a response with the key as a message. Excellent. Now, our application is already in the running state. Let us start this. Run as boot app. What happened, sir? Okay. It is failing. The reason both methods are having the same URL pattern. Okay. Customer data. Or else some test. Any URL pattern I'm giving the URL pattern as a test, which is going to take the IDs. Run this application, right click, run as boot app. Clear the console. Now, send the request. Test, right? Are we able to read all the values which are having the same key? Are we able to read all the values which are having the same key?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, when the key is unique, no problem. Directly you can get that value to that argument. When the key is duplicate, always it is taking only first value. If I want to take all these values, then what we need to do? We need to take that method parameter as a array type. Okay. If you pass multiple IDs also, they will be stored to this variable because it is a array. Array can hold group of values. So do you understand what will happen when we use duplicate key in the query parameters? Do you
Yes,
understand what will happen when we use duplicate key in the query parameter?
Yes.
If you have a duplicate key in the query parameter, always it will take the first key value. Okay. If you want to read all the values, then you need to take it as a array type. You need to take it as an array type. Can I pass multiple query parameters with different keys?
Yes, sir.
Can I pass multiple query parameters with the same key?
Yes, sir.
Same, yes, sir. That, but we need to take array type.
You need to take an array type for that. Now tell me, now, sir, in the real time, where we will use this query parameter? Suppose I want to retrieve one customer data. I want to retrieve one course data. I want to retrieve one book data. I will give some input and I want the response. In that scenario, you will go for query parameters. You will go for query parameters. Okay. Now you see, go to YouTube, our channel. Now, so many videos are available in our channel. Now I want to play this video. Okay. When I click on this video, can you observe the URL in the browser?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Query parameter.
Is it a query
Question mark.
parameter?
Yes, query
Yes,
parameter.
query
Yes.
parameter.
How can you say that it is a
Not
query
readable form.
parameter?
Because it is starting with this question mark and
Question mark.
And key value pair.
Now, I'm clicking on edit video. Now, what happened? Query parameter is there or query parameter is not there?
not there.
Not there.
Not there.
Not there. Not.
Query parameter is not there.
Not there.
So, can you recognize when the query parameter is coming in the URL?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, I have
Yes,
been
sir.
to Google. I'm feeling lucky. Here also query parameter is not there. Google. Ashok IT. Okay, now, can you see the query parameters?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the query parameter here?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can see a query parameter here. We can see a query parameter here. Okay.
But these are some encryption forms.
These are encrypted format. Now, can you see there is only one query parameter in the URL, or there are multiple query parameters in the URL?
Multiple query
Multiple
parameters.
is there, sir.
How can you say that multiple query parameters are available?
Ampersand
symbol.
separated with the ampersand.
And is available.
10%.
No, and is available. And is available, and multiple keys and values are there. The keys are different and values are also different. So in the real time, are we going to use the query parameters or we don't use the query parameters?
Yes, sir. We use.
Based on
Are we
situation.
going to use the query parameters or we don't use the query parameters in the real time?
Based on requirement.
Based on the requirement, based on
delete.
requirement, we are going to use the query parameters also in the real time. Okay. Are you comfortable?
Sir, yeah, I have one doubt, sir.
Yes.
In that query param I use for @param, sir, what is the use?
@
Param.
param. There is no annotation param.
No, sir, I have seen code @param.
That is in Think servlet.
No, there is no annotation with @param. Request param, init param, path param, web
Path
param,
param.
like that. But there is no only param annotation. Okay.
I have seen somewhere.
Maybe.
You might have seen path variable.
That is for path parameter. Next concept is path parameters.
Yes, so
The
can I
path
take,
parameter you will understand.
hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, can I take list instead of array?
You can take it. You can take it, no problem.
Okay.
So with this, we understood what is query parameter, what are the rules we need to follow with query parameters, how to read the query parameters, how to pass multiple query parameters with the different keys, how to pass multiple parameters with the same key, how to pass a single query parameter, how to read the query parameters in the controller by using request param annotation, we understood. Okay. And what are the limitations of the query parameters?
Number security length.
He does not send a
Limited
video
data.
files.
Query
Binary
parameters.
size.
First
Only
limitation.
Cannot send sensitive data.
Query
Only primitive.
parameters will not support for binary data, and there is a length limitation and there is a security problem. Okay, these are the limitations with the query parameters. Limitations with the query parameters.
Sir, ID value still how much we can send?
Limitations with query parameters. So length limitation. Okay, 1024 characters it is going, bytes of data it is going to support. Length limitation. Now, how many characters you need to send, that depends on the browser. How many characters browser will support in the URL, those many characters you can send. Okay. How many
Sir, sir, this is get mode of request, na, sir?
in URL? How many characters can be there in the URL? Limited set of characters, 0 to special characters. What characters can one use in a URL? Browser address bar. Browser address bar length. (2048) browsers URL length limit. A maximum length of URL in the address bar is 2048 characters only. If you can send up to these many characters in the URL. If you want to send more than that, it is not going to support. Okay.
Sir, this is get mode of request, na, sir?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
So 2 to 8 KB data, no sir? 2 to 8 KB data.
2048.
Yes sir.
2048 characters. Binary data we can't send. Video, audios, videos.
Sir, query param and request param are same.
Query param, request param both are same, sir. Yes. Audios, videos, images, and files cannot be sent. Cannot be sent. Data exposed in the URL. Data exposed in URL. So security problem. So security problem. These three are limitations of working with query parameters. Length limitation. We can have address bar with only 2048 characters. Audios, videos, images, and files cannot be sent. Data exposed in URL. So security problem is there. These three are the problems with the query parameters. So still in the project we will use query parameters when you want to send limited data, when you want to send a text data, when you don't have the security constraint on the data, then you can use the query parameters happily.
For all the browser, it is 2048.
Yes, yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, in my program having some problem. Can you see?
Yes. Before that, all of you comfortable with all these points related to query parameters, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Okay.
Yes.
And guys, tomorrow, Sunday, we don't have a session. Actually, I'm going to my home. There is an election in my village. I need to go for vote.
Comfortable, sir. Comfortable. I will.
Okay, sir.
Revision,
Okay, sir. We'll take
Okay,
rest,
sir.
sir.
I don't leave
Okay, sir,
you.
no
Nana.
issue.
I don't leave you. I will give you one video for that.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Okay, sir.
Project
Sir,
class also.
sir, are you from Andhra, no sir?
Okay, sir. All the best.
Project class
You can
also.
win.
Project class I will take, sir. Morning. See, actually today night I am going there, and tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. I will. 6 o'clock class is there. Project class is there. 6 to 7:30 I will take the project class. I will go for vote for 5 to 10 minutes. I will return back to Hyderabad by 8 o'clock. Okay, I am from Andhra. There is an election in my village tomorrow.
Sir, which area, sir? Which place?
You are from Andhra?
No, sir. But I know, sir. So many places.
So
So
I'm
we
from.
will come to your home, sir. That's why we are asking.
Sir, can you
Because,
check
sir,
my program?
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Because my cousin, she is from Guntur, na, sir. So that's
okay. My village is 120 kilometers from Guntur, sir.
Sir,
Who is having a problem? Who
I
want to
have
share
doubts,
the
sir.
screen?
Sir, please check my STS, sir.
Your name?
Ajay, sir.
Model and model view which recommended.
Sir, one
Sir,
or two videos, sir.
Who
sir,
wants
I
to share?
Ajay, sir. Ajay.
Ajay Kumar. Ajay, your name is not there in this.
Sir, I have also problem.
One by one, I will check it.
Sir, in the previous program, you add model dot add attribute and toString also you use while adding the attribute. So, sir, why you use toString in that particular line?
toString में कहाँ ऐड किया?
हाँ सर, वो आपने model dot add attribute किया, फिर array dot toString किया.
Oh, array dot toString. Array will represent in the form of object ना, वो values print करने के लिए arrays dot toString method.
तो सर आपने तो ऐड किया है ना उसमें तो जरूरत नहीं था मेरे ख्याल से toString का.
एक बार मैं स्क्रीन शेयर कर रहा हूँ देखना.
आप values
Conversion
add कर रहे
process.
हैं.
It is used
For
to
converting.
convert array of values into string format, sir.
Convert करने के लिए.
हाँ,
values तो सर without toString भी add हो सकता है ना?
हाँ?
values add करना है तो वो तो without toString भी add हो सकता है ना?
But convert नहीं हो सकता.
Convert ना अभी if I print directly, it will print like an object, right?
Yes.
I don't want to print like an object. I want to print like a
Array.
array. Now see here, see the difference.
It will print that customer's.
What it is printing now?
अच्छा convert करके वहाँ print
code.
Object print.
Hash code, sir.
Hash code. I will break your head. This is not a hash code.
Reference.
No. That is array.
That is print class name.
It is the
Reference
two-string
variable.
format. It is two-string format of the object.
Yeah. Array object.
Now, I don't want to print like that. I want to print like this. I want to print in the string format. That's why I'm writing arrays.toString. Okay. Now, refresh it. Now I am printing these values properly. So that's why I'm using arrays.toString method. Got it?
यस सर. अच्छा सर, आप एक बार सर एक्सप्लोरर पे जाएंगे क्या, एसटीएस के आपके?
एक्सप्लोरर
ये साइड में जो है सर आपके, इसमें जो मेन जो पैकेज है com.assoc.it, इसमें सर दो क्लासेस आ रही हैं, एक सर्वलेट इनिशियलाइजर आ रहा है
हाँ सर
और एक एप्लीकेशन आ रहा है. मेरे में सर सर्वलेट.
When you add var, while creating the class, if you add var, then automatically it will come.
When you select var file, web starter, then you will get servlet initializer class. It will start the dispatcher servlet that is required for our program.
और सर जो वेब ऐप आ रहा है वो मुझे क्रिएट करना पड़ रहा है मेरे पैकेज में ऑटोमेटिकली.
I think you are selecting packaging type as jar. If you select packaging type as a var, at the time of project creation वो web app आ जाता है.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Sir, hello sir. I have login sir ID sir 718678 sir.
I made you co-host, buddy. Share your screen.
Sir, today could you check in all the nodes and projects into some Git repo?
I will do that, sir.
Videos
Sir,
also.
so my screen sir.
I can see.
Okay sir.
And guys, from Monday 7:30 a.m. new batch is there for boot microservice. Please refer your friends, guys.
Yes sir.
Yes.
Sir, this error coming sir.
Not suitable for this product. Version 11 or greater is required. I think you have downloaded latest version of the STS, man. Download the 3.8 version which I am using. You know your system. You have Java 8, na?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
This ID is expecting Java 11. Latest version of STS you have downloaded. You delete this one. Download the older version of the STS, which is 3.9 or 3.8, something like that.
Okay sir. But my application not deleted sir.
Your application delete नहीं होगा.
Workspace में save होगा वो.
Okay.
Can you check my?
But he will face. Just a minute. You are downgrading from upper version to some lower version. You need to delete that .meta space file in your workspace.
In the workspace, you need to delete the .meta folder.
Okay. M dot repository sir. This type.
No. Go to your workspace folder. There is a .metadata. You can delete that file.
Sir, can you check my program?
Your name?
Hello, sir. Vipin.
Vipin Soni.
Yes.
Where are you from, Vipin?
I am from Madhya Pradesh.
Ashok sir, I have a question. Sir, I have a controller class which have different method, and I've declared the request mapping annotations. I want to these methods by using single URL. How I can access?
You have single URL and you want to access multiple methods.
I have multiple methods in control class or multiple URL, but I want to access these methods by single URL.
Single URL. Whenever you send a request, that will be binded to only one method. You can do request redirection from one method to another method, man.
Okay.
Like in the servlets, you have a request dispatcher, na?
Redirect. Yes,
request redirect.
Can I share my screen?
Jayashree, 1 second. Vipin, I give a co-host.
Guys, please come one by one.
So,
Vipin.
Spring Boot. Hello.
Vipin, share your screen, sir.
Okay.
Sir, what is the work of DevTools?
DevTools will reload the changes you have done in the code without, it will restart your server when you made some changes to the code.
But sir, I added DevTools, then stop the server and start the server.
We'll check that, sir. Vipin, what is your problem?
Sir, my problem is here web initializer, servlet initializer class not created, and web app class also, web app folder also not created, and creating some issue in bomb.html.
You have chosen jar instead of var. That's why you are not getting it.
At the time of creating the project, you choose var format, not jar. You selected jar.
And in my Google browser also, Maven repository is not there, sir. Can you check? How is not there?
You
Bro,
Update
search
project.
for MVN repository. Then only you will get.
MVN repository, sir.
It is not a folder.
Yes. I know that.
Go to browser. Type mvnrepository.com. Go to browser. I cannot see your browser, sir.
Okay, sir. I share.
And do one thing in the form.xml, press Control F, Control Shift F.
Control Shift F in Control Shift F. Okay.
Form.xml. Form.xml.
Remove Tomcat Jasper version also.
इसको dependency में error क्यों आ रहा है Tomcat embed Jasper?
Sir, your version.
Sir, he has put
That
version.
we need to
version
remove. Shouldn't include
you
that, sir.
keep version
Remove version.
Version
Yes, sir.
should be removed.
The version लिखा है उसमें.
error नहीं
Clean and
आना
update project first.
Sir, do one thing. Delete this complete project. Create a fresh project. Select the packaging type as a var. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Done.
So tomorrow project class is there or not?
Tomorrow morning 6 o'clock project class is there, sir.
Any workshops are there, sir, today, tomorrow?
Today evening at 5 o'clock, I forgot to inform you, we have a workshop for the DevApps guys.
Sir, who is going to take, sir? Are you?
No, sir, another faculty.
How much fees, sir?
Free workshops are free.
Okay.
For which
Only
sir,
for
free
Ashok
workshop?
IT.
Huh?
For which sir free workshop is there?
DevApps with
DevOps.
AWS.
So, sir,
When
what
the
are the
timing is?
topics that will be covered?
Sir, I already sent in the Telegram group now. You people are not there in my Telegram.
Sir, 2 hour classes, sir.
There or not, sir?
Class it. Duration class, sir.
Tomorrow project class is there or not, sir?
Tomorrow morning 6 o'clock project class is available. Okay. And today evening at 5 o'clock DevApps workshop is available. You please join in my Telegram group. I am daily sending updates in the Telegram group. You people are not there in that group, I think so. I gave in the chat box. Please click on that link. Join in the Telegram. You need to have a Telegram app installed. Then only you can join in that group.
Sir, DevOps duration, sir, timing, sir.
5 to 7 will be there, sir.
Okay. Then after, sir, Angular classes start, no, sir?
5 to 6:30 or 5 to 7 free workshop will be there.
Okay.
Guys, open your Telegram and see. Sir has pasted there.
Hi, sir. For every request, the new model object created for
Yes,
the
sir.
buyer.
Yes. Model is a request specific. I will talk about that point, sir. I will explain you that as well. Okay.
Sir,
Okay,
are
sir.
you going to send the video in the chat box?
No. I gave the link for Telegram group. In the Telegram group, I am posting the updates. What are the workshops that we are conducting and all.
Oh, no, sir. For tomorrow's class, sir. Because you said that I'm going to provide one.
That I will send a mail.
Sir,
Okay.
market
Sir,
is
that one you
upgrading
can send
Java
us
8 to Java 11. So, do we need to learn like Java 11 as soon as possible, or what
It is
should I do?
not immediately. It is not required, sir. I think it will take another 1 to 2 years of time to upgrade.
Sir, project class video share, please. I did not class attend, sir, today morning.
Sure, I will do that, sir. I will send you a mail also. Okay.
Sir, can I share my screen?
Madam, can we do it on Monday?
Hello. Yeah, please. Can
you
send the mail at least by afternoon? It's coming by evening.
Sure. I will send it, sir.
It's a request, please, because at night again Angular classes are there, not able to watch the recording.
Sure, I will send it, sir. Today.
And DevOps, how much we have to pay? If we
Sir,
are
excuse me, sir.
It's free, sir. DevOps is free workshop.
Okay. If the classes are there, then how much we have to pay? I'm asking for that.
I will confirm you, sir. Batch date and course fee will confirm that.
And it will be online mode?
Yeah, online mode.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir, when I in my browser, when I search Jasper, then dependency is not showing.
Sir, Monday check karta hu, sir. So please allow me. I will need to have my breakfast. I have a class at 10 o'clock.
Sir, please, sir, you go, sir. Please, sir.
You go, sir.
Monday I will clarify.
Lot of patience required, sir. For teaching. Thank you so much, sir.
Sir,
Thank you so much, sir.
Sir, one group create and then
Thank you, sir.
any query
Let
generated. So
him go, bro.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Ask tomorrow.
Okay.
See you on
Patel
Monday.
ji.
Monday we
today-
can ask.
Monday
Today
we'll
evening,
ask. Just keep
today
patience.
evening at 5 o'clock, DevOps free workshop YouTube live will be there. Subscribe to our channel. Click on that bell icon. You will get the notification when the live is started. Sharp 5 o'clock, the DevOps class will start.
Yes, sir.
Please don't miss it.
Okay,
You will
sir.
understand the importance of the DevOps.
सर वो टुडे असाइनमेंट
टुडे असाइनमेंट में मेल भेजता हूँ सर 1-2 बजे तक.
ओके सर
Bye.
Good day, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.